You have a Democrat media that has called a Republican president a tyrant, a dictator, said it would be the end of the United States of America as we know it, said he would make us a laughingstock on the global stage. And those are exact quotes, actually, of what they said about Abraham Lincoln.
Donald Trump here making some pretty strong statements about Adam Schiff and others that went after him, in his view, very much needlessly. And this is what has got the left so concerned, this idea somehow that he's going to be out there getting revenge. And he doesn't actually shoot it down. Watch.
You talk about the enemy within. There's enemies, America's enemies outside. The enemy within is a pretty ominous phrase if you're talking about other Americans.
I think it's accurate. I think it's accurate.
Who are you talking about?
And,
the enemy?
I heard that. They say, oh, the enemy. On the outside, you have Russia, you have China, you have a lot of different groups. If you have a smart president, they can be easily handled. I handled them. We had no wars. We had no wars. The only thing I had was ISIS, and I defeated them in like record time. They were gone. But I started no wars. The outside people, the so-called enemies, if they're enemies, and they might not be enemies, if you have a smart president, they can be handled. But when you have people investigating my campaign, when you have people, they spied on my campaign now. You understand that. That's been proven. But they spy on your campaign. The Russia hoax was all made up, and now it's acknowledged that it was made up. All of these different things. You have the 51 different agents saying it was from Russia, and now they all say it wasn't from Russia. Okay, so we were lying. Many other things, many. I could go. You just don't have enough time. But what they've done is so terrible. Who's ever heard of anything like this? Adam Shifty Schiff, he's a crooked guy. He's a crooked politician, 100%. And he's going to be a senator now. Can you believe it?
But again, he's a political opponent of yours.
He's not.
An enemy.
No, he's a. Well, of course, he's an enemy. He's an enemy. He wanted to put my son in jail, and my son didn't even know what he was talking about. He wanted to put my son in jail on a scam that he made up called Russia. He, Hillary Clinton, and a group of people made up a scam, and they came out of a room, and they said, Donald Trump Jr. will be going to jail over this. And my son called me, he said, what did I do? He knew nothing about Russia. It had nothing to do with him. Think of how bad you have to be when you say you're going to put any son, not just, a president's son, but any son, you're going to put somebody in jail on a scam that you knew was made up by you. That's an enemy from within. That is a threat to democracy. These are bad people. We have a lot of bad people. But when you look at Shifty Schiff and some of the others, yeah, they are, to me, the enemy from within. I think Nancy Pelosi is an enemy from within. She lied. She was supposed to protect the Capitol. She said that to her daughter just recently. It was found on the tape from her daughter, who's a documentary maker. She said, this is my responsibility. She admitted it. But I offered her 10,000 National Guard troop, anything she wanted. No, but she didn't take them. She should have taken them. And you wouldn't have had, January 6th as we know it. By the way, if she took 500 people, you wouldn't have had it, let alone 10,000.
Sure. So you actually give me a segue into my next question. I do have to say for the record that the spying accusation is in dispute. I know you don't believe that.
What accusation?
The spying accusation. But
I don't think it's in dispute. Obama and Biden spied on my campaign. It was a long time ago. We're talking about the previous campaign. Maybe they're doing this campaign too. But so far, it doesn't seem to be working.
Well, frankly, I'd be happy if it was just that citizens voted. I'd call that a win. If we can just make sure that only legal citizens can vote, which is how it's supposed to be, I'd say that'd be quite a victory compared to where we are right now. And I think having more transparency on elections, maximum transparency on elections, and as I've said before, I think we should not allow voting machines of any kind. You know, I've been programming computers since I was 9 years old, and you know, I know how easy it is to get a line of software wrong or hack a computer, and so I think the last thing we want to do is have electronic voting machines. We want paper ballots in person with ID. And actually, it's sort of, in terms of a real AI danger that hopefully is not there this year, but will certainly be a danger in the future, is that advanced AI will be super good at hacking computers. And so if you have voting machines that are connected to the internet and you've got super advanced AI that can potentially affect those machines, I think that's very dangerous. So we actually, so what I'm saying is that I'm only someone who favors technology. I'm super, 21st century technology boy right here. And I'm saying no machines for voting. Yeah.